You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
Arg indeed, MKI. Do what you want because a pirate is free, and soon we will all be criminals in one way or another. Hello, welcome back to another Stupid Sports Show. I'm your host, Jim B, here on 1069 Click FM. I thought I was going to be able to get Detroit Tigers versus Toronto Blue Jays, but even though I paid for the MLB Network and the alternates, I'm blacked out from it. So we've had to go sailing the seven seas in order to keep track of what should honestly be a pretty awful game. Blue Jays are at the bottom of the American League East Division, and the only thing that is keeping the Tigers from being at the bottom right along with them is the fact that the Chicago White Sox exist, and that's why the Tigers are only in fourth. We are getting things started, however, with Olsen on the mound for the Detroit Tigers. So I guess they're playing at home at Comerica. Misses a little bit on the outside for a 1-1 count. Schneider is up for the Blue Jays with an impressive. Oh no, he's rocking the Dr. Disrespect look. Once I noticed the glasses, it was all over. And he's already up to 1-2. Catcher assistance does nothing for that one. Very outside. 2-2 now. Oh yeah, lots going on, Mr. Greeny. It can feel overwhelming at times. Don't forget to drink your milk for the Indy 500. And he gets it, a strike three called. And damn, Schneider walks away shaking his head. He cannot believe that one got called. Damn, and this guy Reese Olson, if I'm reading the this sheet here correctly, is actually supposed to be day to day with some hip issues. So yeah, I'm just okay. Misses real far to the outside on that one after blanking up the middle, 1-1. This one will get cracked down toward the line. And Carpenter will just make an easy grab in the outfield, shallow outfield for out number 2. And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. All right. Yeah, I heard about that. And it was also, I also learned about that from people reminding me that Angel Reese is also playing. And apparently she's over in Chicago, which I had no idea about. Because I think she's kind of gotten written over for, Caitlin Clark. 2-0 now on Guerrero. Tries to get him to bite up the middle, and he'll foul it out down the first base line. And it's trying to remember. It's Vegas who are the Aces, correct? In the WNBA? It's currently 2-2 right now to Guerrero Jr. Doesn't chase the outside, however, and it's full count. Las Vegas Aces. Got it. Oh, badly missed on that one. And Guerrero will just walk in case they decide to call it a dropped strike. But that was way outside. Badly missed. And we have a walk for that one. And now Bo Bichette will be coming up for the Toronto Maple Blue Jays. They have a maple leaf in their logo. I got distracted. Another swing at the first pitch, and it's an easy fielder's choice to end the inning. All right. Only managed to rock one walk, but hey, they get through with the first inning without any damage. I would call that a success. Yeah, that's what I heard. There will be a new team in Toronto and in the Bay Area. So I'm guessing this one is going to kind of, go off of be analogous to Golden State, as I'm assuming the current LA team is more analogous to the Lakers. Sorry, just looking up a couple other scoreboards to know when. Oh, okay, all the other Canadian football that's going on this weekend because, we're big boosters of the CFL here. We've got Ottawa versus Hamilton at 2 o'clock. This is times are all central. British Columbia against Calgary at 4. Saskatchewan versus Edmonton at 4. And Toronto versus Montreal at 7:30. So anybody interested in seeing a preseason rematch of the Grey Cup from last year, well, now you know what time to tune in. Indeed, Tim. Got Jose Barrios. He's on the mound. ERA of 2.98 and a record of 5-3. Oh my goodness. And holy crap, we had an automatic strike because the batter was not attentive when the holy crap. Dude was not in the box and attentive at a certain point in the countdown, so he got an automatic strike. They got him looking for 0-2, but now Barrios has gone back to 2-2. That is a off start. Oh, yeah, that is right. Minnesota tried to slug it out over Boston, the PWHL. Of course, it would be when Crochet was on the mound. And I expect that we will trade him for another prospect or another infielder or hitter within a couple of years. Got a full count now for Perez. Looking for high, and he just pops it up. And it will go foul. All right, Green is sitting in the on-deck circle. Here comes another full count pitch from Berrios. Catcher assistance gets the strike 3. All right, first out of the inning. I'm not going to pretend to understand it, MKI. I'm pretty sure that the folks in Minnesota will be glad when it's over. Oh, called strike on the outside corner, leaving it at 1-1. Like I said, MKI, I'm not going to pretend to explain it. Can't get the outside corner on the next one. It's 2-1. Riley Green apparently doing well in this little stretch of games they have against Toronto. Tries a big cut on the inside, misses big as well. 2-2. Clock winding down on 2-2. He is a little dribbler toward the second baseman. It'll be a quick throw to Guerrero Jr. for the second out. You think so, Tim? All right. We will see. Not sure if that was in the zone or if Kana failed to check his swing, but either way, that is a strike 1. And that'll go just into the gap in left center. Stand up double. Okay. Well, there we go. Something has happened, and I believe that is the first proper hit of the game. Boston has only one loss on the road, and that was last night. All right. All right. I'll believe you, man. I'll believe you. Pitch is just above the strike zone. Kerry Carpenter lets it by. 1-0. Currently 5th in strikeouts, and one of our former pitchers is 6th. They try to go high again with that fastball. 2-0. And here it goes, cracked into right field. Kerry Carpenter just got a 2-run shot to put the Tigers on the board. Wow. And with 2 outs gone in the first inning, damn, they give it up. A double rouge. Oh, so that's what that thing is. All the teams have their weird home run celebration things that they do now. And the Detroit one is 3 fake pizzas carried on what looks like a pike. Meanwhile, called strike brings 0-2 to our next batter. Everybody's still celebrating in the dugout. This one gets jammed off the bat and drops into shallow right for a base hit. Okay. I think that officially puts us up to 3 hits for this first inning, but damn. And Barrios, his pitch just drifted outside. Oh dear. Is able to just drop that in nicely. Very slow curve. One and one. Keith takes a big cut underneath that one. 1-2. And he goes high again and gets Keith swinging for the 3rd out. All right, a little disappointing, but hey. Before they got their inning ended, Tigers managed to get a 2-run shot from Carpenter, puts them on the board. Absolutely no reason to complain about that. But that's the Little Caesar celebration. Okay, that makes more sense then. Thank you, Logan. I know. I've seen True North talk shit about the Jays, but never really be encouraging about them. So I don't know if he's just not into MLB or his loyalty's alive with another team. But as far as I can tell, it's not with the Jays. Yeah, rough start to the season, but once again, just repeat the mantra, Tim. At least you're not the White Sox. He probably is a fan because you don't often have nice things to say about the team. That's understandable. All right, we have returned. We're in the top of the second. We got Springer up now for the Blue Jays, and Doesn't even try strike one, just walks backwards out of the batter's box. Don't get it. Right to Reese Olson. Damn. Not the best contact, and it manages to go to the correct side where all Olson has to do is snag it out with his glove, and easy pitch to first. Oh, wow. I thought that ended up inside, but I think we found the umpire's soft spot, which is the inside of the plate. Called strike to get started on Kirk. A little too far outside to really cheat that one. Currently 1-1. Say at least you're not the Red Sox. Yeah. Wow. I didn't think he needed catcher's assistance on that one. Low in the strike zone, but he brought it up high and proud for the umpire to get that strike. Another one trying to get him chase outside, nothing doing. They can't get catcher's assistance on that one, so now we're at 3-2. Oh, Kirk is able to call time for a moment. We got one out. Olson's been doing all right so far. This won't get cracked to the shortstop. Not much speed behind it. It'll be easy out for Baez. Yeah, hello, Luke. I realized that as things stand, my current predictions for all the NFL schedules would have just had me being enraged at Harrison Butker the whole time, and I didn't think I need to put that out there, or at the very least to get his new fans who have probably bought his jerseys to gang tackle my ass. So, in the interest of self-preservation, I'm laying off that. Other than that, I'm doing good. Had to take the cats to the vet yesterday, and I don't think they have recovered from it. A looping strike for Olson gets him back to 1-1. Hitter for left field will watch that curve outside. A lot of heat on it, but not very accurate. 2-1. As well, he cracked away into the first base side. Foul. We are at 2-2. Oh, maybe this will reach left center field, and Perez will grab it. All right, there we go. Oh, visit went well. No big deal. They behaved themselves. No one got scratched or bitten. Just a lot of noise. Oh yeah, it's only the second. I mean, we're nowhere close to being done with this game yet. I will admit, Luke, that I have been getting a larger than possibly is healthy amount of enjoyment of the rats abandoning the sinking ship that is the Tories and, just being in Parliament. So, I mean, I feel bad about it because, I probably don't understand the finer, details that are going in behind the scenes. But then again, I think, well, it's the Tories. I don't need to. They're in pain, so I can laugh. Oh, and the draft trading has begun. Just so the Islanders essentially gained a second round pick in order for moving back a couple spaces. Gotcha. Okay, MKI. Mm-hmm. Oh yes. I would just be careful. Remember, be sure to take plenty of breaks. Give your core muscles a chance to relax if you're laughing that much, and hydrate. Always hydrate. Well, Baez will foul it out. Really, is that the Javier Baez I'm thinking of? This will get cracked right into the grasp of the shortstop. Throws a little high, but Guerrero snags it in for the first out of the inning. Ah, hmm. And remind me again, is the NHL draft in June? That's when they feed the undrafted players to the Sphere, and at least that's I'm assuming why they're holding it there. And they're working on acquiring another first. Oh, so the Islanders are trying to be serious. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. I'm just glad to know that I am retaining some of the information. Got an 0-2 on McKinstry, and he's able to down him on three straight pitches. Woo! And we are, and this is a recovery inning for Barrios after a shaky first. Ended up getting taken down to the sixth batter in the order. Meanwhile, Detroit looks to finish their inning with an infield fly that everybody comes in for, and thankfully do not lose in the sun. So they got spared the embarrassment. Oh, damn. There's no time to take naps anymore, MKI. Haven't you heard the Tories are on course to suffer their biggest ever defeat since nearly getting wiped off the map in 1832? I mean, I would be excited to see if they can get down to the early 90s liberal. I think it's the progressive conservative record in Canada of getting knocked down from triple digits to single digits in number of seats. So that would be cool. But, you know, let's see where FanDuel puts the odds later on. A little bit of Thunder news. William reports that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is now eligible for a Supermax extension in the 2025 offseason. It would be 4 years, $294 million. Oh, All right, let me, because I have to make sure I understand. Supermax NBA meaning designated veteran player extension. Okay. Signing at the 35% maximum. Okay. Oh, you do, True North, do you? Very possible they won't even win the second most seats. Now that would be hilarious. Double digits down from 385 is likely. Ooh, it's that bad. Meanwhile, Clemens got an 0-1 count working with Olsen. And he cracks this one up to center field. There goes Clement down. Angie objects to most streams that don't involve the Padres, especially during this time of year. Gets Kiermaier chasing for 0-1. And nails it on 0-2. And that one falls fair. He's going to try to grind out a double from the corner. He's going to get the triple. Oh, damn. Grinding out a corner from a rocket into the right field corner. Damn. Yeah, I saw the next morning double OT. I am glad I skipped it. Best guess, Labor 479, Tories 92, Lib Dems can knock Tories down to third on 44, 326 to need for a majority. And even weirder, they wouldn't have to put together a coalition either, so. And Schneider is back up once again. He's sitting at an 0-2 count right now. I don't blame you, True North. I wouldn't want to expose myself to too much of this game, or at least no more than absolutely necessary. So why am I here? Well, you know, I'm trying to make it a point to check out, the teams that slip under my radar pretty easily, and the Toronto Blue Jays happen to be one of those teams. Damn, Schneider has struck out twice today. Ooh, he's having a rough go so far in this game. Olsen gets a little bit of help with that fastball that I didn't think needed it on the inside corner, but hey, it's 0-1 count either way. I think we all would, Luke. And a great job of the third baseman wrapping up that hard hit ball to get a quick third out, 5-3 play, and we go to the bottom of the third eventually. Also going to be a battle between the Tories and the Lib Dems for second place. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pay attention to your election instead, Luke. That seems like much, much more fun. Yeah, I know it's going to be on July 4th. And if I remember correctly, did yeah. Yeah, we got some Canadian football going on then. It'll be Toronto versus Saskatchewan at 8 p.m. So I could think of nothing more appropriate than as many people as we can find hanging out on July 4th, watching some CFL and and also keeping an eye on the election results coming in from the UK. Polls close up 4 p.m. My time, so that would be 4 hours of ballot counting, and you'd probably know what results would be in by then and what wouldn't. So I will not presume to know how these things shake out. Meanwhile, Perez is back up again, has another called strike. Jose Barrios misses on the outside that time. Try to get him on the inside, and it's an easy chip to Barrios. Easy pitch to the first baseman. When I come on, you'd expect 30 to 35% of seats announced, about 75 to 80% when you finished. Okay. Despite the perception of doom and gloom surrounding the NBA's current negotiations with TNT, talks between sides are not dead yet. As in how they can wrestle away that fourth guy from his Warner Brothers contract so that they can just bring him over for inside the NBA. We're all still talking, they say. I'm sure they are. I mean, hollering at each other through a wall is also still technically talking. That doesn't actually describe how the negotiations are going. Big cut by Green, and he will go away quickly. That has 4 strikeouts for Barrios. Aside from the rough first inning, he has held on pretty well since then. Yeah, that story came up as well. I That was another one, True North, where I looked at it. I was like, well, I guess it's good they're getting their money. And I thought there's going to be something else that's going to make me sad. And I did not look into it more. Another one, it'll be a 5-3. And just like that, we're already into the fourth. Feels like this game is flying by just a teensy little bit. So don't worry, we'll have about 10 minutes of commercials at a certain point. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Disney just tried to buy out that one last person's contract. Because, as I understand it, three out of the four people on basically the inside the NBA or the NBA on TNT pre-show, whatever it is, they all their contracts are with are with that show, and the network it happens to be on. And it's only because that fourth guy has specifically the contract with Warner Brothers that it's just an awful mess. Only a 60% chance that Sunak even retains his seat. Damn, that is bad. And correct me if I'm wrong about this, Luke, but isn't Sunak in an area that is already usually voting Tory? I mean, well, I guess the better question is there a possibility that he gets replaced by somebody else from within his party with it on that seat? Okay, he's in what would normally be a safe seat. Not before this election. Gotcha. All right, so basically the Tories are stuck with him. Meanwhile, Reese Olson has gotten the count up to 1-1 on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Reached on a walk in his first at bat, and that'll be a big chopper to the shortstop. Easy out number one. Mm-hmm. Absolutely true, North. You know, and I think we can show I think we can show a grand bit of solidarity and encouragement for UK to rejoin the EU. I think if we can come together as a country and successfully petition New Glarus to sell their beer outside of Wisconsin. Yeah, that is a pretty safe seat considering 63.6. Meanwhile, we get an easy pop out to right field. Kerry Carpenter will hold that in. I don't know who. I also don't know who's playing the music at Comerica Park, but they just put on something from. Actually, they just put on an album cut from Beck's Odelay album as in between batter inning music. So yeah, after 14 years, people just want change, even if they do support the Tories. Fair point. All right, 1-1 to Springer. He will just rip it down the line and go foul. Meanwhile, the Saints made a $11.4 million payment towards Superdome reservations, diffusing a public statement and diffusing a standoff between the club and officials of the state who oversee the stadium that will host the next Super Bowl. Well, yeah, considering every other shit horrible thing that's going on, in Louisiana at the moment. That seems like a minor footnote, but yeah, best not to rock the boat and just get shit taken care of so nobody looks too closely at what you're doing. Inning is finished. We are on to the bottom of the fourth. Oh no, let's see what this video is about. Plymouth announced their new coach, who is Wayne Rooney. Wow, sounds like the NHL. The cycle continues. Oh yeah, about AB filing for bankruptcy. Mm-hmm. Announcement of the payment by the club and the Louisiana Stadium and Exposition District came hours after the Saints president, in comments published on the team's website, decried disingenuous and unprofessional conduct by the state commission that oversees the Superdome. Honestly, it feels like the McCaskies and the Chicago Park District beefing over the state of Soldier Field when yeah, that's I will not go on ranting about that. Back in May, Plymouth barely survived championship at Birmingham's expense after the season fell apart during the time the inept Wayne Rooney was the head coach. Yeah, it's like poetry. It rhymes. Yeah, that was like. Now I am not an important person, True North, and I've never been ever considered important enough to have a production assistant following me at any point in my life. But I'd imagine if you were a prime minister of an entire country, you could at least get one person or a security guard to have to come out and hold an umbrella for you. I mean, just one, just so you don't have. Luke thinks it would be things can only get better. Playing in the background, I'm more old school, so my thought would have been Petula Clark, "Don't Sleep in the Subway," but that's just me. I'm kind of hooked on the '60s. Yeah, they or you could have done it indoors. I mean, dedication to tradition is fine and all of that, but my dude, and you could have just been very honest about it, saying, "I didn't want to stand in the rain. Being in the rain sucks." And then a great play down the first base line. I mean, they were able to nab it to keep it from being an extra base hit, but Kerry Carpenter is on again with a single. And Guerrero was able to knock it down at the very least. I thought he had gotten in his glove, but he couldn't. He wasn't able to come up with the ball. Meanwhile, Shella has a called strike for 0-1. Yeah. Well, he could have waited for the rain to stop, but As you may know, True North, from your experience with a national British character, you can't just, wait for the rain to stop. That might cause a fuss. And it is against most of the British national character to be seen as causing a fuss. Meanwhile, Carpenter gets thrown out trying to steal a base. Oh, damn. I thought he had made it too. That is just. Yeah, it was just a good throw, great positioning by the second baseman to be able to get the tag before Carpenter could even touch the bag. Oh, that's disappointing. Soccer tournament this summer called the Euros. In a campaign visit, they asked people at a brewery if they were looking forward to watching the Euros. Only one issue: Wales did not qualify. Oh man, I would think. I mean, that sounds like a simple thing that, like, one of your people was supposed to brief you on too. Holy hell! This is just unforced error after unforced error. This one though, chase on the third base side, and Schneider has two strikeouts today, but he makes the catch on the third base line to retire the side. Already into the top of the fifth. And next day, he made a stop in Northern Ireland, decided to hold a press conference where the Titanic was built. This is why, folks. If any of you have ever been fortunate enough to see the film Brazil with Terry Gilliam, he's the director of it, the guy who created it. There's a lot of weird shit in the film, and he used to say for his inspiration that he didn't ever really imagine or make things up. He always got inspiration from the real world around him. And yeah, writers don't need to work very hard because the real world does all the work for us. Meanwhile, the Kings and coach Mike Brown have tabled talks. Remains a gulf on a potential deal for Brown, who has one guaranteed season left on his contract. Yeah, and considering the Kings made it back to the playoffs after what has been a long drought of mediocrity. Yeah, that surprises me none. Yeah. Ridiculousness. I mean, the thing that sticks out most to me, Mook, there's a specific moment where you see a woman who's walking her dog, and the dog has a little X of tape over its butthole, supposedly so that you cannot see the abomination that is that dog's butthole. And hi, Justin. Yeah, I was just mentioning, taping over dogs' buttholes while this game is going on tells you how much is going on in the game. And news comes 2 days after Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports reported extension talks are expected to center around a similar eight-figure threshold. Hang on, eight-figure threshold. All right. Damn it. Meanwhile, a barehanded play is missed by the Tigers, and already the Blue Jays have two people on base at first and second. I was just mentioning that it's a site from aside something you could spot. It gets its own camera shot in the Terry Gilliam film Brazier, and he mentioned very specifically that that was something he saw in real life. He didn't come up with the image of it on his own. It was just, yeah, people would do that. Some people are very ashamed of their dog's parts, Justin. Oh, no doubt, MKI. The coaches' salaries will always find a way to go up. But I would hope that Brown would at least make a team friendly decision, considering it's the Sacramento Kings, and they probably need every dollar they can. Meanwhile, this opposite field play will be result in a quick out, and they're able to hold all the runners at their bases. They're not too far off. Detroit hasn't done anything since they hung a home run on Berrios in the top of the bottom of the first. Meanwhile, Toronto is threatening here in the fifth inning. First serious scoring threat that they've put up in a while. They only have one out registered, two on at first and second. They get a big swing out of Kiermaier and puts himself at an 0-2 count. Catcher wants him to aim high. He goes a little bit too high. 1-2. Olson, his pitch count is up to 58. Yeah, not bad for the fifth inning, considering everything else. And a just slow curve on the inside, and Kiermaier does the feeblest swing at it. He bit, and he knew he got. And now Detroit is in a much stronger position because of that strikeout. Meanwhile, pitch gets dropped. Catcher clears everybody away to make sure no runners advance. And my stream freezes. Good times. Oh, I got to update some of these stats. No errors so far. But yeah, those Blue Jays have had a few hits. They haven't been quiet. Oh no, not Schneider. He's back again. Schneider has struck out twice so far in this game. So JJ Redick more and more likely to be hired as the Lakers head coach. Nope, Schneider checked his swing. Not going to get him to bite that easily. In fact, he's made the count up to 3-1 right now. Meanwhile, Huskers beat Indiana to get to the Big Ten semifinals. Cool. Damn, Schneider has gotten it up to a full count. Oh, come on. We got two outs. It's almost too perfect. Don't make it Schneider again. He cracks it high and behind. Foul. I know he really wants to get a hit off of Olson. Kirk in the lead on second, and it'll be fouled back again by Schneider. He just doesn't want to go down swinging again, or at least doesn't want to get struck out again. At least not without a fight. Oh, actually, that's a something that we can keep in mind for when all of that nonsense starts. So these are. Oh my goodness! He walked him. Damn! Schneider drew the walk, and now the bases are loaded. But yeah, Justin, if you're still out there, I was gonna ask. So if the semifinals for college baseball are going on right now, does that mean that like the national like divisional and semifinals and finals and all that are going to be going on in July? Is that the schedule we've got going? Oh my goodness. Titans have got Tyler Boyd and Calvin Ridley. And they have to get thrown to by Will Levis. Wow. I don't even know what the Titans are anymore. Kirk, Kiner Falefa, and Schneider. Olsen begins against Turner. He will watch that just be a ball outside. Goes for one a little ways up in the zone. He'll be cracked into foul ball. Foul ball. And he does it again. It's 1-2. It's going to be so weird. All that high octane wide receiver talent. They tried to get him on the outside corner, and it did not land. 2-2. But yeah, all that high octane wide receiver talent on the Titans, and it's like feels like a shame. Check swing. And they have him going, so he strikes out the end the inning. Turner cannot believe it. He's just stunned. Holy hell. Damn. They strand a bases loaded setup in the 5th inning. Holy hell. Damn, Toronto. Damn. Selection for NCAA tournament is Monday. Regionals start late coming this week or early next week. All right. What? Which NCAA game are we talking about making its return after a decade? Oh no. Is the NCAA doing something dumb? Decade. Oh, the video game. That's what you mean. Okay, yeah. Well, my immediate reaction, because it's an EA Sports game, is I hope it fails, but it won't because it's an NCAA game and we haven't had one for a while and people are desperate for one. So you know, uh, well, at least I'm glad they got a little bit more variety back into the games that are available, considering the rest of it is. Oh, I have to save my thoughts on that one. Uh, Louisville lost to Clemson in the tournament. Oh, that's rough. Meanwhile, the catcher hit their fifth and sixth longest home runs. On goes to Madden 2.0. Yay. Yeah, that's the thing though. Because people are going to buy it, it's going to EA is never going to lose the license because they'll see the success of this and say, "See, we did a good enough job that everybody was going to go buy it." You know. Oh, by the way, we're currently in the bottom of the fifth, and Barrios has a 1-1 count against Baez, which is now 2-1 because he missed that one pretty well outside. No kidding. I had I was worried about there some kind of I was honestly more worried about the rumors of Microsoft trying to buy Valve to make a about monopolies, and if you want to talk about monopolies in gaming, that was the only one that's on my thoughts. EA was sued before for their monopoly on licensing and gaming, and I'm not sure how they're going to be able to get tagged by a suit like that. Meanwhile, this one by McKinstry will get launched to center out number 2. All right. I think we're clear. I mean, I hope EA loses too, but I unless they have some like deeper evidence that really shows that there's been some sort of collusion, I'm not sure how it could be anything more than just dismissed as sour grapes. Meanwhile, that one will be fair. Goes off the third baseman and bounces into territory. Stand up double coming for the Tigers. And now Rogers is on second. Clement just didn't have enough to reach. Packers and the city of Green Bay may possibly resume talks of extending their lease after the 2025 NFL draft. All right, serious question though, Logan. Has there been like any major divide between the Packers and the city of Green Bay that makes people think they wouldn't want to extend their lease at Lambeau? Oh, is the Federal Trade Commission filing? Oh, gotcha. If there was anybody that I wouldn't have expected to go after EA Sports, it would be the damn federal government. All right, with 2 outs, Barrios delivers the 0-2, and that one's in the dirt, basically. I don't know, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I realized that I have not taken a break this entire stream, so I think I need to. Absolutely. Oh, I saw they went after Live Nation / Ticketmaster, and all I could say for them is just, burn, baby, burn. I hope they tear the whole damn thing down. We have a line out to end the inning. Meanwhile, we will take ourselves a pause for the cause because I've been going straight on where a game has been just zooming through the innings since it began. So, get a drink, get a smoke, do what you gotta do. I'll do the same on my end, and we will return for more of whatever this nonsense is here on another stupid sports show. Thanks for tuning in.
Pumping the, 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 pumping the.
And I thank you for giving us the updates on the CFL True North. Those, of course, are the scores that we're really thinking about these days, considering we are scant days away, and I mean days, from the return of the CFL season and the real Thursday night football action that you can expect all this summer here on another Stupid Sports Show until the NFL comes along and ruins everything in September. Meanwhile, we are managing to stay scoreless with the Orioles at the top of the second. Good job, White Sox. I appreciate your hard effort so far. Meanwhile, we are on to the bottom of the sixth. The Blue Jays apparently having not done anything during that last pause for the cause. Yeah. Meanwhile, just randomly bringing up Joe Carter. I'm not sure for what. Meanwhile, Green pops it opposite field, and easy catch for Schneider, out number one here in the bottom of the sixth. Oh, yeah, we have another hour and a half to go until more CFL games. Remember, folks, if you want to watch it, you can just go to cfl.ca. All they'll ask for is an email address, and you can watch those games and probably many more for free in your internet browser. That's cfl.ca. Meanwhile, this will get cracked by Khan down the third base line and out of play. Oh yeah, we're always waiting for the Rouge. Hopefully there'll be at least one between the Argos and the Alouettes later tonight. Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely, Justin. We got turned on to the CFL last year by True North, and then saw a game with an ungodly number of Rouges scored in it, and have been chasing that high ever since. That's basically the explanation as to why we follow the CFL. We're currently at 1 and 2 as the announcers are doing their Goodfellas impersonations, apparently, during the stream. I guess things have gotten that boring. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's also the real Lions. But I'm not sure what the timeline is on the BC Lions. I'm not sure if they had to do the Portsmouth Spoutons, however. Meanwhile, we got an opposite field single through the other gap. All right. Cool, cool. Oh, TN is just True North. Oh, dear. Angie has come in to voice her protests. All right, Carpenter is up again. This will be right to Guerrero, who does the clumsiest tag at second to get the, finally out number 3. Meanwhile, all the game trackers are broken. Yeah, with that score 7-3, it'd be hard to imagine how there would be Rouges unless something had gone dreadfully, dreadfully off track. Yeah, I think yeah, interference calls are gonna, and especially ones that end the game, are gonna hurt no matter which team it's for. The White Sox, it's just another Tuesday. Hmm. Honestly, I'm not willing to say total disaster, but I'm going to be more interested in what moves are made regarding the roster. That's all I'm waiting for out of the Leafs. Yeah, they've had some decent opportunities to get runs in this game, Tim. Right now the Leafs are talking with the Islanders. Oh, damn. Hmm. Meanwhile, Olsen is still in the seventh inning. Okay. I mean, that's certainly a choice. Meanwhile, they're trying to build on picks. Okay, I see. We're already up to a 1-2 count on Kirk. Have a brief timeout. And this will be brought to the shortstop, who will be able to hurl it just in time for the pick at first. Gotcha, Luke. Yeah, the big narrative that everybody is going with is Marner. Oh, damn. Huge play, but does not count because the ball was foul. It was fun. It was a fun game. And the CFL has continued to be fun and weird and strange. And well, a little too low for Olsen on that one. Count is now 1-1 to Kiner Falefa. Olsen up to 85 pitches. There's another one in the dirt. Yeah, Olsen might be losing his arm strength a little bit. All those sinkers are landing lower than he'd like. Fido is warming up, and we are very. Yep, that is a walk. Clement will watch another one going to the dirt, and I think, yeah, I don't think Olsen is long for this game. Yeah, here comes the 90th pitch. So they can't get the throw. We have a steal of second base. It's so bad they have Big Ten rivals defending each other. Oof. That's that one very low in the zone. We already have a blocked video in the playlist. Awesome. I am glad we're back to winning ways. Damn, manages to catch him on a slow slider. Count currently sits at 2-2. That one was just sitting there. Goes right to the third baseman, and it's no, he did not get the catch, and other runner advances to third. Now we got runners at the corners. Okay, Toronto, you can do this now. Yeah, it's just off the edge of the first baseman's glove, and oh, wow. Yes, we are back. We have returned to normality. Olsen is done for the day. And Fido, forgive me, is going to come out to try to pitch them out of this rather tight situation here in the 7th inning. All right, Detroit. Show us how much better you are than, the White Sox. Oh, yeah, great. Tuberculosis. And we definitely are bringing back the good old days, aren't we? Sorry, Luke. Honestly, True North, I'm never really working too hard at trying to figure out which videos are going to be blocked for people in different countries. I was just amazed that we went on that great streak of not getting anything blocked for so long. It's just also very weird and telling sometimes what does get blocked. Oh yeah, this is the thing. Also, Reese Olson, who just got taken out of the game, he doesn't have a win on the season, even though his ERA, even though his starting ERA is comparable to Jose Barrios. And that's going to be a ball. Oh boy. Kiermaier's 1 for 2 on the game today, but another one missed. 2-0. And another one misses. 3-0. Oh man, Kiermaier. Okay. Finally sent some heat down the middle for strike number 1. Then he gets him swinging up top. We are back to a 3-2 count. Ooh. Oh. Soon, Luke. Soon. He gets a ground ball first base, and it's a foul. All right, we get to do it one more time. And they're talking about where the birds are sitting. This will be a pop-up to the third baseman. A blooper off the bat. Gentle as could be, third baseman plucks it out of the air. Damn. And now it's 2 outs. Yeah, he had a 3-0 count, and he let it get back, and it got back to 3-2, and then popped him out to the third baseman. This one gets cranked back. It's Schneider again. Oh, poor Schneider. All right, 0-1, and Fido goes into the dirt. Yeah, no, there are too many ferals around who have decided to make our yard their usual hangout. One of whom is still very visibly preggo. So, yeah, I am dreading when that comes to bear. Unlikely to play because of the left hamstring injury. Yeah, they had listed as soreness before, but now it has been upgraded to an injury. A little bit too much curve for Schneider there, 2-2. Oh, this is going to be an ugly conference finals. And now it goes ripped into the corner by Schneider. A good snap of it. They will only let 1 run in, but Schneider gets an RBI double. And damn, the Blue Jays have finally gotten on the board. Yeah, MKI, that is something I was worried about. And Turner again will crack it foul. Yeah, I gotta imagine they're at least up to 5 hits by now, right? Oh, they're not. Meanwhile, big swing, and he misses. 0-2. Not very good at all, True North. Oh, yeah. There's a whole big line of storms that have been going across the Midwest. We got hit with them yesterday, too. 0-2 again after another foul ball. Did he go up high? No, he did not completely swing. 1-2 now. Placement is for high, ends up going low. Now 2-2. Autocorrect. Bless it. Fido's 2-2. Will be a chopper to shortstop. This will be a charge, and he gets him. That saves the lead. Damn. Into the 7th inning stretch, the Tigers do give up a run, but hold the lead. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's making my backyard into a veritable jungle at this point. Meanwhile, I don't have to turn on the music. Luke is already cranking it in the chat. Oh, damn, and apparently Detroit also got themselves an error at some point. Didn't see what it was for. Well, let's see. Oh, that was considered an error. Okay. All right. I see what's going on. All right. Box score makes much more sense to me now. They have one less hit than I thought they did. Because that trip to first got scored as an error. And there's the FanDuel odds. I knew they'd make their way back. And we have Berrios is still in the game for the Blue Jays. Hits Urshela with an 0-1 fastball. That'll be a base hit. Okay. We have an immediate 7th inning single. Oh, there are all sorts of songs. That's going to depend on what stadium you go to, what teams are playing, who's wrestling in the dark matches that night. Yeah, y'all got on the board, ended up knocking it in player by player. I think Schneider ended up getting credited with the RBI with the double. Meanwhile, Berrios goes up high to even the count at 1-1. Misses it on the far corner. It becomes a strike. 1-2. That one a little bit underneath. Does it reach the gap? Nope, more towards center, and that is out number one. Meanwhile, Mets and Phillies will play in London June 8th and 9th. Oh wow, the announcers have gotten to the point where they're having to talk about the bats that are being used. Oh boy. We are down bad, folks. We are down bad in this game. Fouled away, 1-1. That one gets shaken away. Barrios has his idea. And that one will get clocked along the first base line and foul. 1-2. And more movement in the Tigers' bullpen as well. No kidding. Cricket World Cup is coming up. Lazy one up the middle, and that is a double play to end the inning. Oof. Ow. Meanwhile, Ottawa is leading Hamilton 14-3. And that score does not indicate any rouges, unfortunately. Yeah, they're playing in Comerica. Oh yeah, World Cup starts officially in 7 days, 5 hours, 33 minutes, and 10 seconds. I mean, I think it's very possible you could tie this up, assuming that y'all can beat up on Detroit's bullpen. And judging by the fact that Reese Olson has the ERA that he has but hasn't been able to get a victory, tells me there's a good possibility you might be able to beat up on their bullpen. No kidding. You're going to be playing games in the States for the World Cup. Cool. Meanwhile, the first game will be between the U.S. and Canada. Meanwhile, we have everything freeze up for the top of the 8th. I think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was at bat. Yep. He will crank that one. Oh, that did land for a base hit. True North, the possibility hasn't even remotely crossed my mind. Besides, I hold to the General Sherman school of politics, which is if nominated, I will not run. If elected, I will not serve. Meanwhile, that's going to be a double play. Damn. Baez was able to snatch it basically right up the middle and make it a 6-3 double play for the Detroit Tigers. No point writing you in on the 4th, aside from the fact that I probably wouldn't get elected and would be unable to serve. Yeah, probably not a good idea writing me in. And Foley sends another one in the dirt. We're up to 1-1. And while that one misses outside, we're at 2 balls, 1 strike. We have another person warming up. That is Holton, number 87, warming up in the Detroit bullpen. Fouls that one off of his own foot. Oof, 2-2 now. Yeah, that first match between USA and Canada is going to be played at the Grand Prairie Cricket Stadium in Dallas. So, meanwhile, there's another grounder. It's Baez again, making everything happen here in the 8th inning. All right. Now we eventually go to the bottom of the 8th. Detroit holding on. They only have to get through one more inning. Or at least one more half inning. What would Angie's policies be if she was elected PM of Britain? Okay, first off, just straight up independence for Ireland and Scotland because she can't be bothered with them. It's too much responsibility. Second of all, definitely rejoining the European Union so that we can be assured that all canned food is not only of good quality but available in stores. And other than that, yeah, probably more people cheering for Leeds United. And free catnip for everyone. I know it's not the strongest platform, but, you know, it's the best one we've got going these days. Yeah, I think you'd probably have better luck riding in my cat. No, Angie doesn't have much. I don't think Angie has much interest in rebuilding the empire. Like even when she has her own empire or like her own room, she's barely been able to run it. So meanwhile, we get an 0-1 count immediately as McKinstry fouls that one down the third base way. This is Jordan Romano, who's now in out of the bullpen for the Blue Jays, and McKinstry fouls another one off, 0-2. Angie, are you going to retake the Falklands? Well, she wasn't, but now that it's been mentioned, MKI, yeah, she's going to retake the Falklands. Mm. No, it's how it works, Justin, is that other people build the empire for her. That's how cats do. Meanwhile, this one is going to be lifted just into left field. And Rogers has a base hit. They're up to one out, but at least they have somebody on first. John Jay, good to see you. Oh, Angie's absolutely fucking thrilled, John. Absolutely. Hey, I was just happy for that game where the Panthers blanked the Rangers. Didn't see that coming. Oh, Perez all the way around. Strike one. And catcher assistance pulls that one higher up into the zone, 0-2. And a great chopper, but a good job by the Blue Jays infield, snatching it off and cutting off the runner at first. And there it is. We now have 2 outs. Green is up, who is 0 for 3 today so far. Oh, fantastic. And the goalie fighting a line brawl. The panic must have been next level. Absolutely. It must have been next level, Luke. Damn, Green is up to 0-2. Yeah, rare sweep of the Orioles this week. Stuff happens in baseball, 162 game series. And awesome, we even got a player down. We're getting all the good stuff here this afternoon. I mean, at this point, we just deserve a rouge at this point. At least one of the CFL games has to give us one. Honestly, I think Matt Rempe I think I think Matt Rempe would just somehow try to start fighting somebody else, but all of a sudden he would find himself fighting Matthew Tkachuk. That's just how it would shake out. Meanwhile, Romano has drilled himself back into a full count. And he gets him looking to end the inning. All right. Runner stranded. Third out is collected, and we move to the top of the ninth. Last chance for the Blue Jays to do something. They have converted exactly once when it has come to getting runners across the plate. Can they do it here in the top of the ninth? Meanwhile, the Monties have caught up and now only trail the Red Blacks by 4. Yeah. You know what? Since we are this far in the stream, they are all here. We will have Monty time. Yeah, Monty got overtime this week, True North. He got a lot of overtime, so he is fine with that. Yeah, and there's Holton, who starts with a very high pitch. As Alejandro Kirk back up to bat. Catches him with that fastball for a strike. Big swing and a miss on that cutter. Bit of cheering coming up. Meanwhile, Holton now has 2-2. Using all of that timer, tries to get him inside, nothing doing. Full count now. All right, MKI. Thanks for sticking around. See you next stream. Meanwhile, Kirk will lift this one into center right. Perez has the first out of the night. Oh, were they? Oh, good. See, and that's why the game will sell, man. It's been a while. And we get a base hit down the third base line, at least 2. He will stop there. And of course there are Blue Jays fans here. It's basically a hop and a skip over from Windsor. Damn. Just rips it past the third baseman. All right, I'll probably check it out after the game. Meanwhile, Clement gets strike number 1. This one will go into the left field. Green has it, and kind of for Lefa will go for third and be able to get it. All right. They could force the Tigers to have to play out the 9th inning. A wild pitch. A single. We could be moving on. All right. Danny Jansen now in. Has a 313 average this season. And yeah, they're just trying to work things against the lefty. That's all. Get a little bit more noise coming up here at Comerica. That one's high. Gets him in the inside corner. Pretty high up, too. No wait on the follow-up pitch. Just outside. Yeah, even they have mentioned it now. A bridge, a border, and 1 run. And a miss high in the zone. We are at 2-2. Holton going for the save. Jansen at the plate. And we got a rouge, and MKI is gone. And he goes down swinging. Holton gets the save as the Tigers get a 2-1 victory at home here on this Saturday. Woo. Damn. I thought they had a good chance, but nope. The Tigers bullpen just got Reese his first victory of the season. Finally. Hey, it's a start, and the Jays keep going down. We did get a rouge at one point. That is going to do it for this broadcast of another Stupid Sports Show. Thank y'all for just hanging out hey, it was a game, it happened, and somebody won, technically. Oh, this is Jim B on 106.9 Click FM. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time. Take care of yourselves. Good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.